And so they count all over again, all 8.5 million ballots cast last week in Florida.
Count every vote! Count every vote!
And all weekend long, anger mounted as somehow, yet again, Florida had found itself in an ugly recount mess. Echoing that chaotic 2000 presidential vote in Florida, with a contentious recount that gave the world some great photos, those notorious hanging chads, and eventually the White House to George W. Bush. This time around, the stakes aren't as high, but the emotions sure seem to be, with Republican Senate contender Rick Scott leading incumbent Democrat Bill Nelson by 12,500 votes. Here's how Scott today described his opponent.
Bill Nelson is clearly a sore loser. He can't stand the fact that he's not going to be elected for, the first time in decades.
That race and two others, including the governorship, are so close, state law requires a recount. But that didn't stop Donald Trump today from urging Florida to forget about that and simply usher in the Republicans, tweeting without evidence that many ballots are missing or forged. Said a Democratic lawmaker to that, nonsense.
It's grossly irresponsible and completely inaccurate, absolutely untrue.
What we are asking the court to do today is to remove any doubt.
Meanwhile, legal battles mount, with both parties now in Florida courtrooms pushing for advantage while those ballots are tallied, and those who got close but not quite underline
that every lawful vote is counted and counted as the voter intended.
The deadline for the recounts is Thursday. Election officials in Florida insist they'll get it done. Probably. Paul Hunter, CBC News, Washington.